Greetings and salutations!
Indeed, hello and welcome to the UbuPod. This is a podcast I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to start off a podcast of my own. Yes. It's going to be on this podcast. I don't quite know. I'm going to talk about things, what is happening on my channel mostly, and things I've been watching, people I've been commenting, cross-commenting on, and crap like that, and just pretty much anything else that arises. So okay, let's just get straight into this podcast thing. So this is basically my podcast. It's going to come up once in every single month, I believe. It's going to come up on a monthly basis. This randomly is the first this month. It's the 1st of April, but I don't feel like pulling an April Fool's joke, because Twitter has been flooded, and you have most likely seen your fair share of, April Fool's jokes today, and also, clock is about 10:30, and by the time I've edited this and put it out on the internet, well, it's going to be 11 o'clock at least, and to be honest, most people are going to watch this tomorrow or something else like that. So yeah, for most people, it's actually not going to be that day. And well, an April Fool's joke, which is not an April Fool's, is no. It's like going in the middle of May and just saying hello. April Fools. No, that doesn't work that way. It's called April for a reason now, because people can only tolerate this kind of crap once every year. I've been pulled a couple of April Fool's jokes today. I really like the one by Google, by the way. If you didn't know. Yes, I'm actually talking about these. I said I was not going to go on this subject, but I seemingly have managed to do so nonetheless. So okay. Google managed to do something, and they did something that's pretty neat. They basically made a 8-bit version of Google Maps. Yes, and that I'm actually not sure if I'm going to call it an April Fool's, because it's not something that doesn't exist. It does exist. Right now, if I go into Google Maps, in the upper right corner, I have a tab that's called Quest, and you can actually get into a mode which is basically 8-bit. And the weird thing about that mode is that it's basically quite good. Like if I'm going to go use Google Maps today, I'm going to use that mode. I'm just going to use that mode, even if I'm going to find a holiday resort to spend my holidays or something. In most sense, I would use that because it's so damn epic. Honestly, it's pretty damn cool. I'm impressed by Google doing this. I thought I was going to come on an app for the different tablets and smartphones they have. I think the NAS cartridge is basically said that they were going to release it on the NES. I think that's bogus. That I do. I think that's bogus. But yeah, it's fully usable. I hope they don't remove it. I don't see why. It's like they don't have to have it featured up in the right corner. They can just have it in a menu bar down below. It works. It works perfectly. I've just zoomed in my local area, and it works perfectly. Only thing that doesn't really work with it is the Street Viewer, since that the colors are 8-bit, but they haven't used like the NAS palette or anything like that. I don't know how they did it there. They have used the palette colors, but they haven't used. It's hard to explain really, but they didn't use the color limits. One of the things with the NAS, you could have 2 or 3 colors at the same time in one tile. I'm not going to talk too much about that because that really isn't too interesting. But you could actually only have a few different colors per tile. So that was pretty weird. Well, not weird. I can see why they did that, because they had to. They employed a lot of tricks back then to just fix things. But yeah, Street Finder, even though you get a small chap from Dragon's Quest, I think it was, that you can drop down on the different roads. No, not that good, honestly. No. So yeah, this is my podcast. I'm most likely showing something in the background, which is going to be gameplay from say Anno or something else. I don't know why I'm showing gameplay. I'm showing gameplay because I can, damn it. I don't really have something else to show. So I was thinking about this show. I was thinking, okay, yes, I'm going to draw something in the background while I do that. So I've seen one person really, one video from one person, and him doing that. It's a pretty good Let's Player. It's very good. I have tons of respect for him. I actually have him on Skype, and I've talked to him a couple of times, and he's pretty epic. He's a pleasant person. He isn't like a he's kind of cool. Yeah, I would deem him that. That is what I would deem him, within the deemable limits of deemattality. Yes, that is something now. Okay, so he basically went through his adventures in Skyrim. Since while Skyrim was epic, I don't have even disagree on that. Even though Skyrim was epic, I think we all can agree on that. But there was very much like displeasure in the hardcore RPG community. People just didn't like Skyrim there, and that's basically because Skyrim managed to sell 10 to 15 million copies. I don't know the figures. It is well above 10 million copies, and they don't hate that it sells, but what they hate is what they have to do to make it sell, because they have to make it mainstream, and mainstream doesn't involve number crunching and hardcore role playing. It's a fine difference between ROLL as roll a dice playing, and role playing as playing in the game, which is what many older RPGs are. Not JRPGs, mind you, but CRPGs. Okay, kind of JRPGs also, but I'm talking advanced things right now, so that doesn't make much sense. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to go to the next point of my list. Yes, I made a list for this because I have to have something. Okay, what has happened on my channel? What is going to happen? What has happened during this month, I'm talking about March this time, is a whole heck of a lot. Holy hell, this has been an active month. I haven't actually uploaded that bloody many things. Well, I've tried to keep it. Yeah, I was kind of trying to keep it trying to keep myself on a really strict schedule, like one upload per day. That didn't work out because I basically don't have the time, and I was trying that out in February and January, and January was okay, February was less okay because of school and crap and things coming in my life and all those things, but it wasn't fun anymore, so I decided that, okay, if I don't want to, I'm not going to make something. So I didn't, and that made things an awful lot more fun for me, I must say. So yeah, that was an early month. I don't remember much, so I suppose I am going to take the things that happened recently. Yeah. Okay, next on the list, not on the list, but yes. I was featured in a video by mid-month by a person called Mekbeasy. You should subscribe to him. This is what I have to say about that person. He's a very kind person who is epic and is going to be... He's a really community person, really. He does 2 shows that I really can just name from the top of my head. He uploads random crap as well, that he does. But yeah. He has a show called... what is it called again? What is it called again? Yeah. TTT Tuesday, which is basically to get it to the top. If you know, I don't know about the get it to the top community and crap, is something I think was invented or popularized. It's very big difference. I feel like quoting the son of Charles Darwin, since he actually stole somebody else's research. He basically, I think this is going to be a paraphrase, but basically said that the one getting all the recognition and the fame is not the person who invents it, but the person who popularizes it. And that's basically what Athene did. Athene wins. I don't really watch him anymore. I don't find what he does too entertaining. It's kind of fine on YouTube updates and all that, but except without that, no, I don't watch. I don't. I basically don't. Okay, except that we have yes, and to get to the top, basically says that use more people making Call of Duty commentary and crap like that. And it's not crap. I'm not going to insult people of Call of Duty commentators. They are going to rage quit on me, and I'm going to be sad. But basically, small news people, let's players and such, just support each other. Like, we people at the top, come on, we have the support we need. Support each other and try to bring yourself up and promote quality content that perhaps isn't as popular. And I really mean that is that's an extremely noble goal. It is about as noble as charity, in my opinion, since, well, it's charity for me, basically. I'm a small YouTuber. I make videos. I have fun making them. I'd love to get more views on them, of course, but like, things are how things are. I can't do anything about that. That's just the way things are. So they basically promote. It promotes like small people standing together, and I think that's great. So what Mekbeasy does is basically every Tuesday he goes on the interwebs and he finds people, young YouTubers that make crap that is entertaining, and he finds them and he makes videos about them, and it is fun to watch and to support, because he really is really engaged in what he does. He loves doing it. What I can see is that he really loves what he's doing, and I think that's great. Since, like, he said it publicly that he did not do this for money, and I can understand him as no ability to make really any money right now. He has to drag money into this. I know how much I would make if I had a partnership. That it's very easy to actually know that, as long as you have over 5 subscribers. You can get to know that pretty well. There's a site called Social Blade. Yes, socialblade.com, where you can find basically what you can just see a profile of your YouTube profile. There's I think there's like 2 YouTube monitoring sites. There is VidStats X, and there is Social Blade. Social Blade has no respect for your privacy of information, and if you're above 5 subscribers, every single person in the world can get to access you. On Social Blade, it's a bit different. I think you need at least no, not Social Blade, but VidStats X. I think you need to register your crap, and it's a bit weird. I don't exactly know how it is, but Social Blade tells you how much money you could earn, and I know for a fact that with my current views, which for the record is about 250 a day, which would be in 4 days is, well, in a week I would earn 1,750 views. If I'm going to take what I kind of want, if I'm going to have YouTube partnership sometime in the future, I don't want to bother people with advertisements, because I really don't see my videos worthy as advertising for. Because basically I sit down and play games. That's what I do. I sit down and play games and I talk over them, and that's fine. That's about what I'm doing. That's it. Yeah. And I do news updates as well. Perhaps I could actually put some. I could have a clean consciousness putting ads on those. But anyways, how much money I would earn? Per day I would earn 20 cents. US dollar cent. 20 cents. Yeah. That's absolute minimum. That's not a lot of money, is it? No, it isn't. It's very little, actually. Over a year I would earn $72. That's a bit more, but that's a whole year. 1 year is pretty damn long. $72? Okay, what is that going to buy you? A new jacket? Yeah, perhaps 1. 2 cheap ones, perhaps. Yeah, that's fine. 2 pieces of clothing. It's great. That's great. Yeah. At $72, that's what I could earn. He has much fewer views than what I have. He seems to be getting a decent per day views, however. So I don't know how much he would earn. Perhaps like $30 a year. We're talking such minuscule amounts. And how is $72 a year going to change your life? The answer is it isn't going to do that. It's not going to make much difference. Yeah. That's about what Social Blade is about. What was I talking about again? You have to get to the top. He makes those, get to the top videos, and he makes Massive Video Mondays, which is basically a Monday edition where he just covers MMOs, and MMOs in particular, and MMO views, and MMO things. And I don't really follow MMOs that closely. I really think I should start playing some MMOs. But I know what I'm going to wait for. I'm going to get to that a bit later on the show. I'm really excited about something, which is blindingly obvious. It's going to happen, and I love it. This is really important. It's going to be something which I'll mention later, so keep watching. Okay, he makes massively Mondays and he just talks about MMO news. I find that entertaining to watch because he's pretty talented, actually. Yeah, Mekbeasy is pretty good, so you got my thumbs up, Mekbeasy. I'll put some subscribe link somewhere to you because you're awesome. I wanted you to know that, okay? Fine. So, yeah. Yep. And that was in the middle of a month. And now, later, I got a decent bit of subscribers from him. I'm not going to name their name because I have respect for privacy. I basically got a few subscribers, and I'm really grateful for that. Most of all, grateful is because I think I made some sort of a friend on YouTube, and that's the thing I'm doing here for. I'm not doing this for the money, and if I just wanted to sit and play games, I would have done that without making videos for them. What I want is people clicking the like button. You know how much that means? Do you know how much that means for a content producer? If you click the like button, that kind of equals to 20 or 20, at least 20 more views, because the search engine prioritizes it more, and it's really fantastic for me personally, just that people like and watch my videos. It's because why I'm doing this. I want to have responses. I want to have people commenting. That's what I want. And yeah, what we're talking about again. That's what I'm doing this for, and I think he's doing that for the same as well. But okay, so now, there's something different that also has happened. I've joined something, and this is because of Mekbeasy. So I'm grateful for him for that, because I was lying in bed, I was ill, which I've been for the last days, by the way. I actually haven't mentioned that, and it's been like 20 minutes in, I think. No, only 18. I may have edited some things out, so things might not quite be precise, but okay. He made a TTT video. 1 hour after, I was like browsing the interwebs and like watching, okay, he has uploaded something, watch it. I was like ill, so watch it. Something. I had a really bad case of a common cold. Yes, I don't know what I had. It was not the flu. Not the flu, but it was the common cold. But it was the strongest version of the common cold I've had in a long time. Basically, common cold you can't have fever from, I think. But the flu you can have fever from. And I didn't have any fever. But I was kind of really sick. My throat was a disaster, and so much my nose, and actually, I'm kind of proud of this. I have a new record when it comes to spending toilet paper whilst ill. And not for the purpose that you most likely are thinking about. I was blowing my nose, mind you, not my other parts. I managed to use 7 rolls of toilet paper. That's kind of bad. So the skin around my nose is ripped and has bled a bit. So that kind of hurts. But you are not interested in that, are you? No, you aren't. Okay. Back to was I talking about again? I've joined something. I've joined the Directors Hub, which is basically what he highlighted. He basically said, this is the Directors Hub. They do this and that, and you should subscribe. And I was kind of like, awesome face, this is epic. I went to and watched the videos and realized that was basically a community for Let's Players. People who make game commentaries and very simple things like that. So I thought, okay, brilliant, I shall get into this. That was actually what I thought. I was, oh my god, I want to join this. I want to join this. I watched around, and I noticed they had one director quit. An opportunity. I grabbed it. And I sent them a message. Like most of my messages, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to make it short, one paragraph, perhaps two, and it ended up being, I think it was 7 paragraphs, 7 paragraphs, yeah. It was like an A4 page plus a half. Really, really like, it described who I was. It was like a job application. And it's epic. I really think it's fine what they have there. And so basically I applied, and voila, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do mod reviews for Minecraft. That is what I've decided to do. I'm going to do this Wednesday, because there is one day for each member. I have Wednesday, because the last member who had something had on Wednesday, and now I have on Wednesday, so that's natural evolution or something. I don't know. But I'm going to do Minecraft mod reviews because I know there's some Minecraft on my channel, and I think like 2 of the directors there, one being the founder, and one other guy does like play Minecraft. They thought, okay, I'm just going to make Minecraft mod reviews. It was actually not even my idea. I was talking with UbuPod, I think he's called. I don't know his nickname, but he was one of the 2 founders, and he basically makes Minecraft videos. He's a decent commentator. I can watch his videos, and I like participating in videos. It's one of the things I like watching small YouTubers, because if I write a comment, I know it's going to be read. I know somebody's going to read it, somebody's going to most likely reply, and I'm going to have a conversation with them. It's great. That's one of the reasons I try to comment a lot. This is a social network. YouTube is social. I'm not the most social person in the world. I'm quite the introvert, to be quite honest. But yeah, it's a social network. I'm not a person who like updates my Twitter 3 times every minute. I don't have a lot of conversations on Twitter, because I basically think, yeah, okay, Twitter, fine, you can update me on BBC and crap like that, but I don't feel it's not something I just want to have be a major part of my life. And Facebook, that's mainly for friends. And by the way, actually I have an account, Ubulunicum. It's my only account, so there might be some Norwegian treats out there. Me conversing with my friends and all that. Yeah, if you want to follow that, that would be great. I have it tied up to YouTube, so if I comment on anything, you would see that. And if I upload something, you would see that, and I will perhaps post reminders to get more people watching and crap like that. It would be great to like have people, yeah, perhaps just follow me, just do it casually. Most people have got a Twitter. I don't think I'm going to make a Facebook page just yet, because I don't see the need for that all that much. I know for plenty of reasons like have a Facebook page, but yeah, I don't. I'm going to try to take it a bit smoothly. I really want to have more community interaction, because basically, yeah, you people watching this are epic and awesome and fantastic, and I love you and all that. And I want to talk to you because you subscribe to me and you watch my videos. It basically means that you like the same things that I do, and if you like the same things as I do, you're fantastic. I most likely we could be friends. That's basically the only things I really like about YouTube, because it unites people of common interest. and I want to have contact with you. So please comment, God's sake. Comment, like, favorite, like, try to get in contact with me. I really want to be in contact with you. That's kind of fantastic, I suppose, but okay. God, what was I talking about again? Yeah, Twitter and such, just follow me. Yeah. I'm really tracking off right now. That's one of the things that have happened. I've tied my YouTube account off my Twitter account. It's fine. Other than that, I've posted a few videos. And yeah. Let's Plays. On the Let's Play forum, which is basically what I actually am pretty much doing. The only thing. I'm in the Let's Play front. I think I'm going to continue doing straightforward Let's Plays, I think. Yeah. The Let's Plays I'm doing right now, I'm doing Kingdoms of Amalur, I'm doing Heroes of Might and Magic 4, and I'm doing Anno 1404, and holy hell, I should never have signed up for more than 2 at most. I started Kingdoms of Amalur because, hey, it's out and it's popular, perhaps I can get some views, and I was a fool like every bloody body else. I've got a decent amount of views on it, no problem with that. It's basically the fact that, yeah, I was not alone, to say the least. I was joined by approximately 200 others in making a Let's Play of it, and every single person has come longer than what I have, and like the 10 partnered people are promoted in the search engines. Like the first 3 pages are like covered by partners. I can't compete with that. Which is one of the reasons I kind of want to be a partner, not for the money, but for the search engine promotion. That's what I want, why I want to become a partner. But basically, yeah, that's partnership crap, and besides that, yeah, I've kind of lost my track again. Yes, Anno 1404, I've got a great response. I was talking. Actually, I think I've got a true fan for that. Through that, and that really means a lot to me. I've actually talked to the person in question on Skype and on internet. I've checked out his server. His service is epic, but I'm not going to give away the IP or anything because I kind of like keeping privacy about things and crap like that. So yeah, if you want to get in contact with me, please. I really want to get in contact with you. Anyone really. Basically, okay, fine. And when it comes to Heroes of Might and Magic 4, I was really pushing, uploading a ton of videos in January, because that was the only Let's Play I was doing. I was doing 1 video a day. And yeah, it was fine. I had no problem doing that or anything. Just like, I feel like I'm neglecting that. I think Anno 1404 has come first in the row of the games I want to play. And basically, I can see very many Let's Plays doing 1 game at a time, but I don't want to do that. I want to have 1 RPG, I want to have 1 strategy game, because that's basically 2 genres I really tend to play a lot of. And sometimes I feel in the mood for A, and sometimes I feel in the mood for B. I don't want to be forced to play that bloody game again and again and again. Giving me 3 games is giving me a lot of variety, but that's too hard to keep up with and constantly upload. And I'm not down with the 1 video a week thing of the different things. I really don't want to have a time schedule of anything. I don't want a time schedule. I've tried it. It's not fun. It's not something I want. I have a very unpredictable life in many ways. Some weekends I just basically, I'm somewhere without any internet connection, decent microphone or anything. And that sucks. Actually, it doesn't. It's if you're an internet addict, addicted to the internet, unplug, go somewhere where you don't have internet connection, perhaps TV, and spend about a week there. It has to be a quiet place. You will feel so much better. So damn much better. It's amazing. And basically, yeah, and Kingdoms of Amalur, we neglecting that pretty badly, like one video a week, and yeah, I don't know why it is, because I'm soon done with Heroes of Might and Magic 4 and Anno 1404, so I've just been like pushing them so I can get those done, so I can continue on Amalur. But I think I have the weakest viewer base on Amalur. I don't know, there's an awful lot of things happening right now in regards to my Let's Plays and crap like that. But yeah, that's what happened, and what is going to happen is I'm going to make Minecraft mod reviews on the game Director's Hub, and this is the thing. This might not happen this month, this might happen next month, this might happen the month after that, but this is the thing I was talking about earlier. Because, oh yes, I love fantasy, and I love the concept of free roaming. I love the thought of being able to walk in a world that is basically nearly boundless and something. So I love games such as Arena. Or you could basically say, I love the Elder Scrolls. Which is what I do. And you know what? There's something connected to an MMO. There hasn't been announced an MMO on the Elder Scrolls, which it's kind of weird since there shouldn't be an MMO on it. But the thing is that December something something in 2007, or was it January? I don't know. In 2007, ZeniMax Software, the parent of Ubisoft, registered a domain name: www.elderscrollsonline.com. The domain has never been activated, hasn't been used, there's nothing there. But they, at the same time, created a group called ZeniMax Online. And this is where it gets interesting, because that studio has had a ton of employees. I think it's about 50 employees. That's a lot. And they've been there for 4.5 years, doing worthily nothing, it seems. There's never been announced anything, so they have to make a game that's unannounced. Now, given that, plus the rumours there's going to be a the Elder Scrolls MMO, plus that was happened in 2007, what does that make you think? It makes you think that the Elder Scrolls MMO is coming right up. Which is it? It is. I can see it being released 2012 or early 2013, according to the rumors. And yeah, when it comes to a few other things, I love the Elder Scrolls so much. I have so much nostalgia bound with Morrowind and Oblivion, and I love those games so much. I love them to pieces, and I've played through Arena. I played through Arena. Played it actually like last month, and it was not too damn good. And I'm planning to play through Daggerfall. I've played a bit of Daggerfall, but I tend to die in the starting dungeon, which is from Doom. I hate the starting dungeon in that game. It's so horrible. If you haven't played it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. They took like what you could expect from the last boss dungeon of difficulty and put that in the first dungeon in the game. It's like, before the game, you have to go through a certain series of personality tests, and this is basically the thing. Like, first you enter a room as a rat, you kill the rat, you might be injured a bit, you go up to a place over, and there's a door to the left of you. In there is an imp. If you didn't take the correct weapon that you could get if you answered the correct answer to a personality test, in the beginning of the game, you will be instantly murdered by the little critter because you can't damage it, and it casts spells, and spells kill you. And there are tons of enemies, and you actually have to be pretty damn good to survive that dungeon. And like, yeah, it has taken me like 25. It took me 25 attempts to get that out of the thing, because the dungeon is so horrible, and I'm not that good. So that was kind of derp to a certain extent. But anyways, not enough about Downfall. But I love the Elder Scrolls series so much. I played Skyrim for 82 hours, I think it is now. I've played Oblivion for well over 100. Played Morrowind for I don't remember how many hours, but an awful lot. I basically love the entire concept, and that fact that is coming to an MMO is, yeah, I'm a lore hound for Elder Scrolls, so I'm going to play it no matter what. And the thing is that if I want to lift my channel and become something, I do indeed think that is going to be quite important that I try to cover something that is decently coverable. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to cover, to the best of my ability, the Elder Scrolls MMO. I'm going to try to devote an awful lot of my channel to that, because I love it, and it's something my heart burns for, and I hope I can like make it. I've heard very many people like say a good idea to like help your channel grow is to cover a game exclusively and provide a constant coverage on it, and post on website, and post on things, and post on that and other things as quickly as you can. Just cover the entire process, and perhaps make videos about the game when it actually comes out. Which is kind of what I want to do, because I want to have a game that I really follow and I really do things with, that I can rely on, and always being there. And that would be the thing with the Elder Scrolls MMO for me. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't play a lot of the MMOs. I've played World of Warcraft, played to like level 45, I think. Yeah. I was a bit younger then. A fair bit, so I was like, I didn't socially interact on the interwebs too much. Yeah, so I was like, I was pretty much playing World of Warcraft, not with the World of Warcraft people, but I was playing World of Warcraft with my friends, and all my friends were like level, I think it was like level, I don't know, I think I was doing a Burning Crusade or something, or earlier or something. It basically said like, haha, we're quitting, we don't find this fun anymore. And I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? I tried to continue playing, but it wasn't as fun, because I basically hadn't a guild or anything. It's like, no. Anyways, they played other games as well, so why would I continue playing it? I never gotten back into it, and I don't see why I would, because World of Warcraft is a dying game. You know it's a dying game when they freely offer to resurrect your character, give you a free copy of a game that costs money, and level your character to something insane, which is basically a resurrection pack if you didn't know about it. It instantly levels one of your characters to level 80, gives you the Cataclysm for free, and a couple of other things as well, if you've played the game during a certain period of time, and if you have a friend that invites you to play it, which basically sells, how we dead, we want your money, now, and it gives you free playtime, by the way. I actually applied for one of those, because like my friend, hey, was like, awesome face, won't you play? Whoa! I was like, I want to play something with you because you're my friend, but yeah, right now we don't really have something we can play in common. We have Minecraft. Everybody has that, and he doesn't really play that too much. And I know several of my friends play it, and I'm like, I don't really play it. So he offered me, and strange enough, Blizzard didn't accept my character, even though I went to the FAQ, and it fit every single category. There's nothing wrong with it. But it still was declined, so I'm kind of, I'm kind of Medicana. I kind of wanted to play, but yeah, that's life. So, yep. Blizzard is in decline, and they've been basically nerfing the game non-stop since early 2010, which is why people such as Total Biscuit and several other World of Warcrafters have quit. I can understand why they've done that, because they have integrity. And they're doing it as a protest and trying to reduce the online coverage of the game. It's still definitely, by all means, the largest game that people just play right now. No discussion about that it is the largest. No fucking question. But yeah, that's the... It's dying, and it's old. It's getting older by the minute, and people are looking for new alternatives. Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'm not into sci-fi. I can just say that. I'm not into sci-fi, so that would never be an option for me, because I basically don't like that. I respect if you like it, and I like Star Trek, because Star Trek you have to love. You don't like Star Trek. It's like not liking Harry Potter. You have to like Harry Potter, right? Right? Like, basically, I like Star Trek and I like Star Wars, but that is not the thing. If I want a fantasy game, if I want a role-playing game, I'm going straight for the medieval towns and elves and dwarves and humans and crap. Yeah, that's basically what things are with me. I'm not into sci-fi. But basically, and also one thing more, they didn't really take a huge chunk out of World of Warcraft when that came out, because they have 2.2 million subscribers right now, I think, and World of Warcraft went down 100,000, because what they did, Star Wars: The Old Republic, they managed to steal an awful lot from other sci-fi games, because basically people who like medieval crap, the medieval fantasy, they're basically all playing World of Warcraft, and I'm not really interested in anything else. But and on the other side of a brick wall, there's the sci-fi game players, and so I suppose it stole a good bit from EVE Online, which is basically a pretty epic space online space game, which basically, instead of having many small servers, has one huge server. And I think that's kind of cool. It's based in Iceland and has been operating since 1999, I think, making it about as old as EverQuest, which, by the way, went free to play. If you haven't played it before, I suggest you play it. It's not fun, but it's EverQuest, and it's a piece of MMO history, so you play it, please. So yeah, that is basically, yeah. I think about that, I'm going to continue covering that. Now I went on a bit of talking rampage, so yeah. Main thing I like MMOs for is because of the social aspect. I think the gameplay is undeniably going to be better in single player games, no matter bloody what. If they made Skyrim multiplayer, that would be the best game ever. End of discussion. The end. But they're not going to make that multiplayer, even though modders are trying to do that, and I think they'll succeed. I tried on Oblivion, but that's 4 years ago, and sold a fraction of the copy, so it's basically a larger modding community, and it's easier to mod as well for Skyrim, so I suppose I think we're going to see a online mod. They have one alpha, it's kind of working, but not an awful lot. Not awfully well, because Oblivion and Skyrim were simply not meant to be multiplayer games. And to quote a certain person from a book I have read, basically said, this is 2004 and crap. It's a bit of an old book, right after Oblivion was released. A bit of a retrospective on the time when MMOs were becoming very, very prevalent in the RPG market. It basically says this, a paraphrase of course. While other RPG makers were starting to turn to MMOs and trying to promote community interaction, Bethesda thought that other people were hell and decided to make the single-player MMO. Which is basically what Oblivion was. I was talking about Oblivion there, they were. It's a single-player MMO. That's Skyrim 2. It's a single-player MMO, and I don't have a problem with that because basically I love. Well, if as said, if Skyrim was an MMO, it would be perfect, but it isn't. And yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But okay. That was that. Is it out of battery? No, it isn't. I'm using my tab, and it has like how many percent? Is it 1% now? Yes, it is 1%. It's going to go out of battery very, very soon. I actually think I've covered my subject of the day. So, what have I been doing? Which is the next thing on the list. I have been doing tons of not really anything. I've been watching people. I've been actually after finding the game director, so I've been watching a couple of Let's Players on that place, and I think there are really some talent to be found there. Really, some people are trollers, but really, it's funny. Holy hell, like hell. They're not people like me. Talking one person in particular right now. I think he knows if he ever listens to this, which is most likely not going to happen. Like, yeah, I find his videos fun, but I can't comment on a troll. No, I can't do that. And other things, I suppose we have. There's one other girl not other girl, it's a guy. So I've been watching a girl which I was introduced to doing that. She is really good. I am impressed. I'm basically basically the same with the person I was like talking about earlier, German Let's Player. She has that thing. There's one. It's very rare. She's Danish, I believe. I was like thinking about when I'm watching her videos. I've been up to like 10 or 20 of her videos. Even though I've been ill, I've watched an anime series. Just like, okay, what can I do to pass the time? I know. I would watch an anime series in one go. So I watched a rather short series called Another. 12 episodes. Pretty good, actually. It was pretty good. I think it because it was popular on Crunchyroll, which is basically what you watch anime on. If you have a tablet or anything. It gives you top quality for free, and it's great. Very little ads, and yeah, it's a fantastic application, really. Okay, we had Crunchyroll. Which another on that. In the beginning, it was kind of the best episode was really early in the series. I don't feel like explaining a plot. You should watch it. I would give it a B+. If I have to give it graded anything, like 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good series. The only thing I didn't like about it was that it took a turn for the retarded near the end, where everybody was basically killing each other in a rather retarded manner. Like, it was basically standard, like, 9th graders in Japan suddenly decided to turn serial killers and kill each other. Once the person who really could stop it was just standing there and death for help. So I was like, no, why are you doing that? Why? The main character was fully capable. It was just like sometimes animes just take a turn for retarded. If an anime doesn't take the turn for retarded, which I can name one very good anime called Death Note. Death Note is epic. It's the best anime ever created, I think, in my personal opinion. Better than the Genesis Evangelion. Have you ever heard about that? It's a great anime, and if you haven't watched it, please do fucking watch it now. Just do that, okay? That would be great. Fine. Good. So, okay. Neon Genesis Evangelion, and yep. Death Note is basically evil mastermind. Like Yukami finds a notebook, decides to go on a right-wing motivated killing spree and killing off criminals, because in a notebook, if he writes a name and thinks of the face of the person who that name belongs to, he dies. criminal crap. And basically, it's kind of weird because I was like reading on the Wikipedia about capital punishment in Japan because I'm weird, and it seems like that actually was a bit of a response because in Japan, much in difference to say America, people are preferring stronger and harsher and harsher and harsher and harsher and harsher punishment. People are like, yeah, death penalty, more. You could get killed, get a death penalty, get murdered, executed for single murder in Japan. If you say rape your victim afterward because you're weird and you're really the disgusting scum of the earth and crap like that. Like that's kind of foreign to me because in my country, in Norway, if you go on a killing spree and you kill 20 and you kill like 89 people with a gun, like a certain terrorist did, you would get 21 years in jail. Yeah, 21 years in jail, or be released in a matter of 5 years because you manage to get into a mental hospital. I kind of think that we should perhaps get a bit of harsher punishment here, perhaps life imprisonment for absolutely terrible crimes. I don't think you should always should have the right to live. I don't think it's morally acceptable in my head to kill somebody. That's just not what the justice system should do. And basically, it's pretty chillaxed on Norwegian prisons as well. To quote a person who was involved in a very famous robbery, it's like living on an all-right 3-star hotel. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Norway declined to send a prisoner to the US, a political prisoner to the US, because most US prisons don't meet the minimum humanitarian standards. Most US prisons, yes, I'm talking about most US prisons. I just not of the humanitarian standard. That's ridiculous. But yeah, it's okay. Enough about that. Is there anything why? Now, what was I talking about actually again? Oh, my throat is getting really sore. I just had a cold, so I'm kind of weird in my throat right now, and we're talking for 55 minutes soon, without drinking anything, so I'm kind of thirsty. Okay. Now what more I've been watching? I've been watching the regular people I watch. If you go through my list of subscriptions, I think you still can do that. I subscribe to like 90 people, and yeah, if you that's basically who I've been watching for the most part. I think I tend to pretty much watch every single thing I get in my subscription feed. So yeah, that's what I've been watching, and I really enjoy the Director's Hub right now, and I'm looking forward to making my debut. I'll be posting an update video on my channel just to let you know that it's there. And yeah, I think I'm going to try to make 3 mods, going with 3 mods in the review, and perhaps smog a bit up a bit with the mod creators, because it's one of the ways you can get many views. You can say, hey, I'm going to feature your mod if you're going to put this video in your description, because people are going to click on it and going to watch your video, and the video is going to get popular, and you're going to get people, and it's going to be epic. That's basically a large part how things are. So yeah. And what's the kind of thing I was going to do? Oh, it was still 1%. This is going to power off really soon. So, amongst the games that I've been playing, yeah, I've been playing tons of games. I've played Skyrim. I've played some Skyrim because I love Skyrim, and I played Daggerfall and Arena. That was in the place where I don't have any internet, because that's basically one of the interesting things. I have a very powerful computer here, but I can't play old games. I just can't physically play the old games on this machine, because I feel that, okay, I find this entertaining, but I could have so much more pleasure from playing some other game. I know I could. It just doesn't work with me. No, Like, I have to play something that actually matches my machine to a certain extent. So I can't play old games. Definitely not before 2000. Any game released before that doesn't work in my head. God, I just realised that I have so much information to talk about. I could continue for another half hour. Yeah, I've been playing that. I've just installed Rome Total War. I've been playing Anno 1404, Heroes of Might and Magic 4, and Kingdoms of Amalur. Because basically, if you're a Let's Player, you're actually going to spend pretty much an awful lot of time just playing games that are what you cover. Why, you ask? Well, because basically I tend to use a lot of time in my editing, and I don't really have that much free time. So the games I Let's Play right now are the games I'm really playing right now. So yeah, that's it for the most part there. I'm playing a game on Steam bit. Friend kind of introduced me to it. I'd heard about it before, but he was like, "Awesome Phase." He's a really, 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 really great person. He's fantastic. The person I'm talking about right now, I'm a taekwondo practicer. I've red belt, trained for 8 years. Last year I went to summer camp. I met that guy. Shared same room. I was there for a good 5 days, a better part of 5 days. And we formed a bond. It was an instant clash. It was something you very rarely come across. Instant mixture. Basically, boom. You people are fantastic for each other. Like instant friendship. If he was a girl, it would be like love at first sight, but he isn't. He is not a girl, but he actually met a girl there, and they kind of got like a girlfriend relationship, which I kind of think is happy because I know that girl and she's great and all those great things like that, and I really don't envy him at all because I don't have the time to have a girlfriend right now. Wouldn't ever mind having one though. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And the game I was talking about is not no, what's it called again? It's called it's on Steam. It's free, which basically means that you ought to play it. It's really weird. It's one of the games that you can just instantly team up with somebody, and you have never met before, ever spoken before. You haven't chatted a single word to somebody. And you're most likely not going to do that, and you have to go on an epic adventure killing monsters. It's a permadeath game. It is called what's it called again? I don't remember. I have it as a favorite. I'm going to open my favorite tab. I'm just going to see this. Realm of the Mad God. This is a game which you play. I play personally mostly as a mage. There are, I think, 20 or so something character classes, and you have to play so much on this class and so much on that class, and you have to level to this level and that class to open that class, and it's a slow progress. But I really, really love the game of it. It's just it's so great. Like instant interaction. It's like you can be the most antisocial creature on this earth, and you can still make a pretty and you can still feel social interaction with people, and it's weird, but it's a fantastic game. So yeah, except that I'm playing that a bit, and also I've been playing Rulers of Nations 2, which is most probably the most buggiest game ever created. But it suits my megalomaniac purposes, because basically I love myself and everything I touch is superior than everything else. And that basically gives me the control of the earth. Now, Not in control of Earth, and a nation on Earth. And it does leave me in control on the entire thing, not just military crap, which I really don't care about. I'm kind of the economist, and therefore I'm interested in the economical part. I believe I'm pretty good at it. I managed to get a 44. I managed to obtain a 44.03% growth rate in a nation once. I think it was Iraq. 44.03 GDP growth 1 year. Yeah, that's a lot. I basically went Azerbaijan, if you didn't know. Azerbaijan currently holds the record for the highest GDP yearly growth ever, I think, at 49%, which basically means spamming oil wells and selling everything to foreign companies, which was like I did in that game. It's horribly buggy, and most scenarios there's like 1 or 2 sliders that just basically don't work. Tend to be the like minimum solitary allowance slider. Basically says how much you give poor people. It's a good game, but I can really feel my throat dying right now. I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I don't actually think anyone's watching right now. Hopefully you've done what you should do with podcasts. You should just put it in the background and do something else. That's what I do. Play a game or something about it. And I listen to it. That's basically what I do. But yeah. Yes, this is Easter, and I really enjoyed this, and I'm going to do this on a monthly basis. And thank you for watching, and goodbye.